The story of medical breakthroughs often begins in the most unexpected places. For Frederick Banting, that place was a farm near Alliston, Ontario. Born in 1891, he was the youngest of 5 children, growing up in a bustling household filled with the joys and challenges of rural family life. Life on the farm was tough, a constant cycle of planting, harvesting, and tending to the land. But it instilled in young Frederick a sense of persistence, a quality that would prove invaluable in his future endeavors. He learned to face adversity head-on, never backing down from a challenge. Patience, a virtue often tested by the unpredictable nature of farming, became another cornerstone of his character. He understood that some things simply take time and careful attention. And perhaps most importantly, he developed a deep respect for hard work, understanding the value of honest labor and the satisfaction of a job well done. Though not a standout student in his early years, Banting possessed a quiet intelligence and a thirst for knowledge. Banting was curious and determined, always eager to learn and explore new ideas. He approached his studies with a focused intensity. He had a quiet resolve that set him apart, a quiet confidence that hinted at the greatness to come. His parents, devout and community-minded, hoped he'd become a minister, envisioning a life of service and spiritual guidance for their youngest son. So, he initially started in arts at Victoria College, a part of the prestigious University of Toronto, embarking on a path seemingly destined for the clergy. But Banting soon realized his true passion was medicine, not theology. The intricacies of the human body and the potential to alleviate suffering captivated him in a way that religious studies simply couldn't. He made a bold decision and switched to medical studies in 1912, a move that would forever alter the course of his life and the lives of millions. He was driven by a desire to help people directly, to ease their pain and improve their well-being. This deep-seated compassion fueled his ambition and guided his path. This decision set him on a path, a challenging and demanding road that would require unwavering dedication and relentless pursuit of knowledge. A path that would ultimately lead to a medical breakthrough that would change countless lives, offering hope and healing to those who desperately needed it. The farm boy from Alliston, with his humble beginnings and unwavering spirit, was about to embark on a journey, a quest to unravel the mysteries of the human body and find solutions to some of its most devastating ailments. A journey that would transform medicine forever, leaving an indelible mark on the world and solidifying his place in history as a true medical pioneer. Banting's medical training was cut short by World War I, forcing him and his classmates to graduate early. He enlisted immediately, becoming Captain Banting in the Canadian Army Medical Corps. On the front lines in France, he performed surgery under fire, working tirelessly to save wounded soldiers. Even after being wounded himself, Banting refused evacuation, earning the Military Cross for bravery. The war left him scarred, but strengthened his resolve to save lives. Returning home, he set up a struggling medical practice in London, Ontario. With few patients and plenty of time, Banting's mind turned to the medical mysteries that would soon define his legacy. Before the 1920s, diabetes, then called sugar sickness, was a death sentence, especially for children. The only treatment was a starvation diet, which prolonged life but offered no cure. Children wasted away, their families powerless to help. Doctors suspected the pancreas was key, but no one had isolated its sugar-regulating secretion. The medical community was stumped, and hope was fading. Banting, moved by the suffering he saw, became determined to solve this deadly mystery. For him, diabetes was a new kind of war, a battle to save lives. The stage was set for a breakthrough. The year is 1920. The world is still reeling from the aftermath of the Great War, and medical science is on the cusp of incredible breakthroughs. One such moment of inspiration struck on a sleepless night in October. Dr. Frederick Banting, a young and relatively unknown doctor, found himself wrestling with the complexities of diabetes. He was poring over medical journals, searching for any clue, any insight that could alleviate the suffering of those afflicted by this devastating disease. It was during this late-night study that Banting stumbled upon a medical article about the pancreas. As he delved deeper into the article, a revolutionary idea began to form in his mind. He focused on the role of the pancreatic ducts and their connection to diabetes. He realized that tying off the pancreatic ducts, a procedure that had been previously explored in other contexts, might hold the key to isolating the elusive internal secretion responsible for regulating blood sugar. Banting theorized that by ligating these ducts, he could effectively shut down the production of digestive enzymes, which were interfering with the extraction of the crucial substance. This process, he believed, would destroy the digestive cells, the acinar cells, responsible for producing these enzymes. But crucially, he also predicted that this ligation would spare the islets of Langerhans, the small clusters of cells scattered throughout the pancreas. These islets, he suspected, were the likely source of the sugar-regulating substance, insulin, that was missing or deficient in people with diabetes, and therefore needed to remain intact. The implications of this idea were profound. Banting, fueled by adrenaline and a sense of urgency, quickly jotted down his idea. Ligate the ducts, let the islets survive, and try to extract the internal secretion from these surviving islets to treat diabetes. It was a simple, elegant solution, a direct approach to a problem that had baffled the most brilliant medical minds and experts for decades. Though he lacked extensive research experience and resources, Banting's conviction in his idea and its potential to save lives was unshakable. He knew he couldn't pursue this groundbreaking research alone. He needed help, guidance, and resources to test his theory rigorously. This midnight inspiration, this flash of insight, would soon drive him on a journey to Toronto, a city that held the promise of scientific collaboration and discovery. He was determined to seek support from the leading medical researchers at the University of Toronto, hoping to find a mentor and a laboratory where he could turn his idea into reality. Little did he know that this decision, fueled by a late-night revelation, would mark the beginning of Banting's remarkable journey from a struggling doctor to a medical pioneer. Sometimes the greatest breakthroughs, the most impactful discoveries, start with a single, sleepless night, a moment of clarity in the quiet darkness. Banting was ready to act, ready to face the challenges ahead, and ready to dedicate himself to finding a cure for diabetes. Banting brought his idea to John McLeod at the University of Toronto, who was skeptical but intrigued. McLeod agreed to give Banting a lab for the summer and assigned him a student assistant, Charles Best, chosen by a coin toss. Banting and Best made an unlikely but effective team. Banting brought surgical skill and relentless drive. Best brought scientific precision. Their lab was small and poorly equipped, but their determination was immense. McLeod left for Scotland, leaving the two to work alone. Despite the odds, Banting and Best forged a partnership that would change medical history. Their shared goal and growing friendship fueled their efforts. The summer ahead would test their resolve and their idea. The world was about to witness a revolution in diabetes treatment. The summer of 1921, a season that would forever be etched in the annals of medical history. For Banting and Best, the summer months were not filled with leisurely pursuits, but rather with relentless dedication and backbreaking work. It was grueling for Banting and Best. Their main challenge, a complex and delicate procedure that pushed the boundaries of medical science at the time. It involved surgically tying off pancreatic ducts in dogs, a meticulous operation requiring precision and skill. The next crucial step was then keeping the animals alive, providing them with constant care and monitoring, until only the islets of Langerhans remained functional within their pancreas. This was a race against time and the body's natural processes. The path to discovery was paved with setbacks and heartbreak. Many dogs died, succumbing to complications from the surgery or the underlying effects of diabetes. Adding to the difficulty, the lab was stiflingly hot, making the already demanding work even more unbearable. The heat seemed to amplify the pressure and the weight of their task. Despite the numerous obstacles and the oppressive conditions, the pair refused to give up. Their determination was fueled by the hope of finding a solution for countless sufferers of diabetes. Resources were stretched to their absolute limit. Funds were so tight, every penny counted. In a desperate move to continue their research, they sold Banting's car to buy more dogs, sacrificing personal comfort for the sake of scientific progress. The initial weeks brought a string of disappointments. After weeks of setbacks, it seemed as though their efforts were in vain, but their persistence eventually paid off. They finally succeeded. Their carefully prepared extract from a degenerated pancreas, a substance they believed held the key to regulating blood sugar. In a pivotal moment, they administered the extract to a diabetic dog and witnessed a remarkable change. It lowered blood sugar in a diabetic dog, bringing it back from the brink. It was a breakthrough, a moment of pure scientific elation. This was definitive proof that the pancreas held the key to diabetes, a discovery that would revolutionize the treatment of the disease. To validate their findings, they repeated the experiment, meticulously documenting each step and carefully observing the results. With each successful repetition, they refined their process and confirming their results, solidifying the foundation of their groundbreaking discovery. As they moved closer to sharing their discovery with the world, they needed a name for their life-saving substance. They named their extract Alatin, a nod to the pancreatic islets from which it was derived. This name, however, was soon to be known as insulin, a name that would become synonymous with hope for millions of people living with diabetes. Their journey had been fraught with challenges, but against all odds, they had persevered. Banting and Best had achieved what others thought impossible, proving that with dedication and ingenuity, even the most daunting medical challenges could be overcome. Their relentless effort, their unwavering commitment to finding a cure, had finally paid off. Their tireless work had unlocked a life-saving discovery, a beacon of hope for those suffering from diabetes. The fight against diabetes had a new weapon, a powerful tool that would transform the lives of countless individuals around the world. By early 1922, Banting and Best's extract was promising, but not yet pure enough for humans. With MacLeod's support, biochemist James Collip joined the team to purify the insulin. Their first human patient was Leonard Thompson, a 14-year-old boy dying of diabetes. The initial injection was too impure, but Collip quickly improved the process. The second injection worked. Leonard's blood sugar dropped, and he began to recover. The transformation was dramatic. He regained strength and hope. News of the miracle spread rapidly. Banting, Best, Collip, and MacLeod had proven insulin could save lives. The era of hopelessness for diabetics was over. The discovery of insulin was hailed worldwide, and in 1923, Banting and MacLeod were awarded the Nobel Prize. Banting, outraged that Best was overlooked, shared his prize money with him. MacLeod did the same with Collip, ensuring all four were recognized. Their teamwork and integrity became legendary. The University of Toronto sold the insulin patent for $1, making the treatment accessible to all. This selfless act cemented insulin as a gift to humanity. The discovery was not just a scientific triumph, but a testament to collaboration and compassion. Insulin changed the world, and the way medical breakthroughs are shared. Banting became a national hero, but he never stopped searching for new ways to help others. He led medical research, tackled diseases like cancer, and pioneered aviation medicine. During World War II, Banting served as a liaison, advancing medical science for the Allied war effort. He risked his life for research, even testing dangerous conditions on himself. In 1941, Banting died in a plane crash while on a wartime mission. His legacy endures. As a healer, soldier, and scientist, he changed countless lives. Banting's story is a testament to the power of curiosity, persistence, and compassion. One farm boy's determination gave hope to millions and changed the world forever.